What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Threesome Show with your hosts, Bridget and Don.
Yeah.
Um, Tonight we got we gonna have some conversations with y'all because y'all messed up, and we trying to fix y'all. All right, so tonight is a fix all y'all type of situation. So we're gonna start talking about toxic relationships. Toxic relationships. Some of us don't know that we're in a toxic relationship or a toxic friendship, and we ignore the signs sometimes. Um, so the first thing I want to say about toxic relationships, when it's somebody that you're dating or somebody you're in a relationship with, biggest thing is you're not going to see it from the inside. When you're in a toxic relationship, everything seems normal to you because you're in the midst of the toxic relationship. And if you have that good friend, somebody who you can confide in, somebody that can really be honest with you, they'll be able to tell you that you're in a toxic relationship, but how you tell somebody that you're in a toxic relationship is big. So I'm gonna start off with: have you ever been in a toxic relationship, Bridge?
Wow, way to put me out there like that. Yes, I've been in a toxic relationship, a really bad toxic relationship. Hmm, Lord Jesus. Um, I don't know. It was bad. A lot of cheating on his behalf, not mine. Um, a lot. He was a narcissist, so it was a lot of
Mm,
manipulation. Um, So it's like, it's like one of those things where it's like he like, push me away, but then pull me back in type of thing.
mm,
I think the reason why I tolerated so long is because I knew him since I was really young. And also the fact that like I grew up, my father wasn't really around. I do have a brother, but I never had like the best relationship with him. So I feel like the reason why I did tolerate it was because I feel like when I met him, he was like the first male that came in my life, that showed me some type of love. And so I think I just held on to the memory of how like we first met. But it was very toxic. He had kids on me,
mm.
with the S.
She said
Um,
with the S, not one, but multiple. Damn.
okay. And then it was like, then it got to a point like I started to get older, and I'm just like, all right, I started coming to realize like, all right, I don't want to be with somebody like this, like because I knew what I wanted for myself. I feel like he didn't want what I want, and then not only that, he just couldn't commit, he couldn't be faithful. Um, so it was a point in time that I basically was just like, all right, I'm done, but I was honest about it. He couldn't handle it by that time. Um, he busted my headlights and all
Oh,
types of stuff on my car. But I never did nothing like that to him. So, yeah. I mean, eventually, like, I told him about himself, like, I ain't never touch his stuff. Because I'm not that girl. Like, I'm not, I didn't, I think I talked about this before, but, like, I never key no car. I never bleach no clothes. I'm not throwing your shit out. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I also, even though it was toxic, I can't just put it, I guess not put it all on him because it was like I was tolerating it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Um,
so
I,
Nikel
I was
said,
toxic. I can't be woman enough to say I was toxic because when I feel like he would disrespect me, I feel like I would degrade him as a man, like the way I talk to him. But I mean, in my eyes, I felt like he deserved it for not caring about my feelings. But looking back, I feel like I should have just walked away. Um, yeah, I don't know.
so Nikel said, do you feel like the lack of fatherly relationship with men, um, only asking for folks who only asking because folks love to say daddy mommy issues? Um, Go
So,
ahead.
um, Do I lack like a father relationship? So I feel like I did lack it. I feel like I lacked it growing up because it's like just as a young girl, I did have two my father's father, who was a great man. He was really like my father.
Mm,
He died when I was like around 6, but he literally played the role of my father. So it was like he would come get us like every other weekend. I
okay.
was never scared to ask him for nothing. Meanwhile, my father was like kind of like a stranger to me. And then when he passed away, it was kind of like my whole world got shut down. I kind of didn't understand it because they didn't really, he had cancer and they didn't really explain it to us that he was about to die. So it was like, next thing you know, I just go to his funeral and I'm just confused. Like, when I feel like, even though it sounds crazy to tell a 6 year old, I wish I would have knew, um, that he was about to go, Um, and then my mom's dad, he was always a present grandfather, but he didn't live in the country. He lived overseas, but he would call all the time. When he would come in Maryland, he would spoil us. But outside of that, I never really had no male in my life after the age of like 6 consistently. Um, so I do feel like I feel like it did impact my relationship just because I feel like I tolerated a lot. Just because I feel like I feel like I did. I don't know honestly right now. I don't feel like I have abandonment issues, but I feel like I did have abandonment issues. So I feel like that's why I tolerated a lot what I tolerated in my toxic relationship, because it was just like this one person that came in my life when I was basically a teenager. And it was like he showed me the most love that I ever really received from a male. And then he started to change, but I didn't want to accept when he changed. It's like I just was thinking about who he was when I met him, you know. So I feel like because I always like craved attention from a male, I tolerated so much from him, even when it was like, all right, it's disrespectful, it's time to let this person go type of thing. Where it's like, all right, fast forward to now, I feel like I spend a lot of time by myself where I learn how to love myself. I can enjoy time by myself. I don't feel like I'm not gonna say I don't need a man, but I want a man. Um, but I don't need to just settle for any man because I'm like, oh, I need somebody. A lot of women, like, they'll sit there and like they'll get out of one relationship today and hop in another relationship tomorrow. Whereas like I had to sit by myself and really figure out like me. Um, I don't know, and I'm still working on myself, but I can definitely say like not having my father around definitely made me realize like, because when your father's around, if your father's a good figure in your life, you know what I'm saying? He shows you how you're supposed to be treated. So because
Exactly.
my father wasn't in my life, I never knew how I was supposed to be treated. There was no other male figure in my life. So even when this guy, when I met him when I was young, it's like, all right, he was treating me good, but when he treated me bad, I just didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Like I really didn't know no better.
I
Um,
I definitely agree, and it's not just with not having, and I know women go through not having a male figure in their life.
mm-hmm,
Um, but for men, it's it goes further in not having a male figure in your life. Not seeing stable relationships for men
yeah,
will have men either be toxic or
mm-hmm,
sit in toxic relationships.
yeah,
I went through two not very toxic, but two toxic relationships. Um, one of them, I was lucky enough to have my sister. When my sister finally met her, my sister was like, "Nah, like this is not for you. This is not where you need to be. Like
yeah,
everything about this person is wrong." And it wasn't until she said it that I actually took a step back and looked at the relationship. Because up
yeah,
until the time she said it, in my eyes, I was like, "Yo, this is everything is good. Like
right,
this is the perfect relationship for me."
mm-hmm,
And when she said it, I actually sat and thought about everything that had happened in the relationship
mm-hmm,
up until that point, and I was like, "Yeah, I gotta go. Like this is it. I gotta go."
right,
Then another relationship, um, once again, oblivious to the fact that it was toxic, oblivious to the fact that this is probably going to end up resulting in you going to jail type of situation.
Yeah.
And when I finally just decided on my own, okay, this is enough. I got to be done with it. One of my good friends, up with him, and I was like, yeah, we moved out, and he was like, yo, I would have told you a long time ago that you should have moved out. And I'm like, yo, why didn't you say something? Like,
Yeah.
he was like, yeah, like you was henpecked. You know what I'm saying? Like you was a henpecked nigga. Like, and I was like, why didn't you say anything to me? He was like, because I learned a long time ago you can't talk to people about their relationships because that ends up ruining friendships. And I was like, nah, I needed to hear that. Like I needed somebody
Yeah.
to really be honest with me and say. So you have those friends who are sitting there go like they're looking at your relationship and they're going, this is all bad and this is gonna result really bad. But they
Yeah.
don't say nothing because they don't want to lose you as a friend.
Right.
But I really feel like it's how you say it to somebody as opposed to what you say. Like, if you just tell somebody, that person is just bad for you, that's just horrible, they're not gonna hear that.
Yeah, or
But
if they
if
be
you
like,
can,
"Oh, you're dumb if you go back to them," like, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Now they're attacking you, and
Mhm.
you stop hearing anything they say as opposed to them saying, "Hey, look, friend to friend, I love you, I care about you," and I think that what you're going through right now, even though you may not see it, is gonna result really bad, and I don't want to see that happen to you. Like how you say it to somebody makes a big difference, but if you're a good friend, say it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, for sure.
and then you
I
have those toxic friendships. Go ahead, but before we get into the toxic friendships, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, with the relationships, like, like sometimes it's like it's only up to that person to know when they're done. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I
Hmm.
always feel like it's a backstory to why people tolerate it or is blind to it. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely feel like it might be because of something that you lack sometime in life and that you like feel like you're getting from that person. That you're willing to overlook certain things. Sometimes it's lust too. I feel like
Yeah,
sometimes when people are having really good sex, like it's easy to forget all the toxic shit. Um, so, I feel like all of those is like reasons why people stay into toxic relationships. But I definitely will say, um, whether like it's physical abuse or, like mental abuse, I feel like people should always, your self worth should be way bigger than that, to tolerate stuff like that, and honestly, that's not really love. Because I feel like when you love somebody, yes, you will have disagreements, but they shouldn't turn into screaming matches or even like somebody putting their hands on each other. Um, so I just feel like when you in a relationship and it's more negative than good, like yeah, that means that's not your person. And unfortunately, people end up having kids with people that's not their person. When all the signs was there, it's toxic as hell. Y'all beating each other up. Um, but yeah, I feel like it. I feel like I'm not. I can say I'm not gonna speak for everyone. I just truly feel like mine is like abandonment issues. I can honestly say that with my time, with when I tolerated um, toxic relationships. My father, and another thing that my father did to me growing up is that like when my father would come around, he would not acknowledge like me and my sisters, and that's something else that I noticed some men do. It's like they might acknowledge their sons, but they don't acknowledge their daughters. And I still see some men do that to this day. And I don't
yeah,
understand that. Because like growing up when my father would do that, like he would disappear for months or a whole year, and then he would show up and he would only bring my brother like tennis shoes and basketballs and remote control trucks and cars and shit. And I'll just be like, why we ain't getting nothing? And
yeah,
that's another thing that confuses me. That's why I feel like when women, if you had a father that treated you like that, and you do have a male come in your life, and if they show you any type of love that you never got before, not even from your own father, even when they start doing bad stuff, you're gonna start tolerating it because you're like, well, they showed me more love than I ever received. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah. But
yeah.
have you ever had toxic friendships? Because I know I have.
I've had a lot of toxic friendships. I've had
Yeah.
friendships where I extend myself to them,
Mhm.
and I never really expect people to extend themselves back to me the way I do, because that's just a bad human nature to even think that way. You're gonna be different from your friends. You're gonna be different from people that you're in a relationship with.
Right.
But when people are working to undermine who I am as an
Mhm.
individual just to make themselves look better.
Yeah.
And even though I don't end friendships for that reason, like, but I just know what box to put somebody in.
Yeah.
But I've definitely had people who will basically seem as if they have to demean me or undermine who I am just to make themselves look better,
Yeah.
or just to isolate me out of being the center of attention. And I'm not the center of attention type of person. Like, for me, I want everybody to enjoy themselves. I actually make a bigger deal out of other people than I do of myself.
Yeah.
Um, so when I see people do that to me, like, other people will be around me and be like, "Yo, how do you tolerate that?" And it's because I have a different view of what people should be. Like,
Yeah.
I expect people to be negative. I expect people to be wrong. I expect people to be hurtful. So when it
Disappointing.
happens, I'm not surprised. It's like, that's what I expected. So you
Yeah.
are exactly what I expected.
Mhm.
Um, and then, like, one time I had read a quote from DMX, and he was like, "You don't like, why look at a dog and not expect the dog to be a dog? Why look at a snake and expect the snake not to be a snake? So when you look at people and they disappoint you, as long as you thought in advance that they were going to disappoint you, when it happens, you're fine, because you're
Right.
like, that's just what I expected. You are exactly what I thought you were going to be."
Mhm.
So, and I know women, watching women. I've hung around women all my life. That's
Mhm.
kind of what that's been my thing forever.
Yeah.
Like, when guys was playing basketball on the court, I was sitting in the bleachers with the women talking about fucking soap operas and shit. Because
Yeah.
I wanted to learn about women. Women will masquerade themselves as being a friend and covertly will sit there and go, "Oh, I'm gonna take you down because you're shining more than them, even if you're not trying to."
Right.
Some people just shine brighter.
Yeah.
So, and I know as a woman, I'm sure you've had to deal with that.
Oh
To
my
deal with
God. These bitches be mad for no reason.
for no reason.
For no reason. Yes, I've dealt with it. I had a friend in the past. I couldn't understand. It was like, I mean, at a point in time, she did say, she straight up said, like, we had a falling out in our friendship. And she straight up said, like, I'm tired of living in your shadow. And I'm just like, who the fuck
Wow.
put you in my shadow? You know? Um, After she said that, I really didn't want to be cool with her no more, even be close to her, because at that point, I realized that you're looking at me as competition. You know, like being in someone's shadow is like basically like, you looking at me like competition. And I've never stopped her from doing anything that she ever wanted to do. Just like anything I ever wanted to do, I did it. I didn't need no one to say, "Oh, Bridget, you can't do this or you can do that." I do what the fuck I want. You know, at any given moment in my life, whatever I choose to do, I'm gonna do it. I don't care what everybody else is doing. But then not only that, it was like she said something like, "Oh, I had other friends," and it's just like, "Girl, you have other friends." I don't know what her deal was, but and then it was more than that. Like, I feel like she wasn't happy or about my business, and it's crazy because like she actually, I do locks. She actually has locks. Never supported my business. But
Wow.
go support other people. Mind you, like back in the day, I used to do her hair for free. Every time we go on vacation, whatever, I do her hair. You know, I started my business, wouldn't even like a post, wouldn't share my shit, nothing. You know, it's just weird ass energy. I don't know why. Um, you know, and basically that's how I had to end our friendship, you know, but I was real with her because like unless we get into a full blown argument, I can straight up tell somebody like, hey, yeah, I'm ready to cut you off. Like I'll straight tell somebody, like, yeah, I'm ready to cut you off. Just so you don't go wondering, you know. I don't give a fuck, honestly. Like, but I straight up sort of like, yeah, like, yeah, I'm falling back from you. Like, I'm cutting you off, you know. She like, why? And I'm like, because I was like, because you don't fuck with me for real. I was like, and it's crazy because I fuck with you. I was like, but you don't fuck with me. Like, you're not really my friend. I'm like, I'm your friend, but you're not really my friend. And she like, Bridget, I never said I wasn't your friend. Like, I'm like, you don't have to tell me. Like, it shows. Like, you know. Um, but it was way deeper than that. It was so many incidents. Cause and the thing is, it's like it was another thing. That's another thing. Same thing as like the ex. Like I held on to the fact that I've been friends with you for this many years. You know, sometimes you get caught up on I've been with this person for this many years. Okay, but that means is they still fucking loyal since that many years? Is he still rocking with you? Is they fucking clapping and cheering for you, or is they fucking hating on you now? You know, because so much shit can change within years. Because if you're evolving, you know what I'm saying? I'm not to say that that person wasn't evolving, she was, but it was still some reason that it was like you're comparing yourself to me, you have some type of animosity towards me. You know, I see that she's evolving, maybe she don't see herself evolving, but we have two different paths, you know. So what my path might look like, your path not gonna look like, and your path don't look like what mine. But that don't mean that we not going to reach the motherfucking end, you know, the finish line. So, um, but me personally, like where I'm at today, I'm not fake. I'm not the person to be like, well, I'm gonna just have this friend for when I go out or do certain things with. If I feel like you're not genuine, like all around the board, I really don't want you around me because I believe in like manifestation and speaking negatively. And I feel like I don't want someone close to me looking at what I'm doing if you don't have good intentions, because I feel like even though you're not saying it to me, you could be like, I wish this bitch just failed. Like, you know, and I feel like you speaking that shit on my life. And I feel like if somebody don't really fuck with me, I don't want you to be able to even say that out your mouth. I don't want you to see what I'm doing for you to say that out your mouth, you know? I don't know. I can't fake. I know I'll be genuine, but I've dealt with it so much in my life that I do question a lot of people that's ever come around me. You know, I've had bitches try to befriend me because they think that I was talking to their nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Oh
swear.
wow.
I had a girl that hit me on the social media. This was like years ago in my 20s. It was random as hell. Like, oh, we should smoke together. I'm just like, nah, I don't do shit like this. Like, you know, in my mind, she kept hitting me up. And I was just like, all right, let me see what it's about. Boom. Because I don't just meet people, women especially. I'm not going to lie. Like, women, like, if it's a man trying to talk to me, okay. But a woman, like, it was weird. Like, you just want to be my friend. I don't even know you from nowhere. And then so we started to get cool. We would hang out. We would smoke and shit. And then it was like a month and a half go by, and then she randomly brings up her ex boyfriend, who was one of my old photographers because I used to model and stuff. And I'm just like, yo, I really clicked in my mind like this bitch really only became my friend just to see. You know, she basically asked me, "Did you ever mess with him?" And I'm just like, "Yo, this bitch really got close to me just to see if I was fucking
Wow.
her nigga, like, you know." So boom, cut her ass off. But that, like, I don't know. Bitches is weird. But I always vibe with men. But I realize, like, as I get older, I can't just have male friends. You know what I'm saying? And I love my male friends. I fuck with them. Like, we can go to the bar. I done brought a couple male friends together, and we went to the bar together. But as a single woman in my 30s, I can't go everywhere with men because men gonna automatically assume like, oh, this is her man or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like you can't meet somebody hanging out with the
Yeah.
dudes
But I
because
always, yeah, and I always been like a tomboy. I always fuck with men. And the same thing, like you said, I like surrounding myself around men because I like to learn about men, you know.
hmm
Um, but unfortunately, you know, me meeting a man, they're not gonna be cool with me just having homeboys, like, you know. But women are just fucking weird. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it. I don't see how a lot of them. I don't see why they operate. They do. It just be weird shit. If they not
And
hating, they. I don't know. I done
and
had quote unquote
I've
friends
always
fuck
heard
my
women say
nigga.
that.
Huh?
I've I've always heard women say that. So women, most of the women who I've known throughout the years, they will
Yeah.
say, no, say I'd rather hang out with dudes because women are like, no, saying they
Yeah.
catty, no, saying like they real
Yeah.
catty. But the crazy thing is nowadays you end up hanging out with for guys, they hang out with dudes who act like women. Like
Yeah.
they're becoming more catty and sitting there, and just the whole I'm better than you, why are you doing better than me type of
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
So like I look at all relationships, as far as I can throw you. If I can't throw you too far, then that's probably as far as I'm a trusted relationship.
Right.
But then every now and then you got to let your guard down. Like
Mhm.
for women especially, like I see women who will be, you know, I got to let somebody in. I got to
Mhm.
have that one good girlfriend.
Mhm.
And then women will let their guard down, and that one good girlfriend will be like, okay, that one worked. Okay, let me add another one to my little circle.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
once you add that next one, it's just like that one person is now trying to divide the good connection that you have with this other person.
Mhm.
So it's just crazy. But the hardest thing is seeing the toxicity in the relationships. Like that's the
Yeah.
hardest part. It takes so long for us to actually realize, this shit is all bad for me. Like it's
Yeah.
never going to benefit me. Especially like when you were saying like your friend who, if you have a business and your friend never comes to you, know what I'm saying, never promotes your business, never comes to your business, that's probably a toxic friend.
Mhm.
Because that's the person who's praying for your downfall
Yeah.
behind closed doors. When they're supposed to be
Yeah.
praying for their uplifting, they're praying for your downfall.
Yeah.
Um, and I've seen people who've had businesses. I've had businesses, and the people who I thought would be the first ones through the door of my
Mhm.
business never came through. I had a jewelry business when I was in my 20s, and I was pushing my business hard. I didn't
Mhm.
care who. I was go. I was walking through the mall, passing out flyers to people, and the people who I had with me literally laughed at me and
Mhm.
was like, "Yo, this is never gonna take off. Like, why are you doing this? This is never gonna take off." And I was like, "I don't care what y'all feel." Like, I didn't cut them off as friends, which is at that point I should have.
Mhm.
But I was just like, you know what? I don't care what y'all feel. I'm gonna push it until something happens.
Yeah.
Either until I get tired and of failing, or until I succeed. So fast forward a few months, and now my money's starting to come in. And they're like, yo, you need a partner? And I'm like, nah, I don't need a partner. I needed partners when I was out there passing out flyers, getting
Right.
my name known. Now I need employees. You want to be one of them? Because I don't need a partner. I did this all by myself.
Right.
Um, and I actually ended up bringing on different people as a partner to my business. And they were like, yo, why not me? And I was like, because you laughed. When I was struggling and I was trying to get those flies out, when I'm in the mall parking lot and I'm getting chased off by security because I'm passing out flyers in the mall parking lot, y'all
Yeah.
laughed at me.
Right.
So when for anybody out there who tunes in, if you have a business, I don't care if it's a travel agency, I don't care if you have a beauty salon, you selling jewelry, you making waist beads, anything. If you have friends who don't, um, who will not come to your business before they go to somebody else, that's not a friend. Because at the end of the day, if you rise up, they rise up with you. That's what a
Right.
friend automatically thinks. Like,
Right.
I'm gonna turn your page and I'm gonna make sure that you look good, Because if you get bigger, you'll be able to help me build my business, or you'll be able to help me start my business because now you have the experience.
Yeah.
Anybody who won't come to your business and they're supposed to be a friend, they're praying for your downfall. Like they're
Yep.
literally sitting back hoping you fail.
Yeah.
Um, but enough of that. We got another topic that you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm to bring this up.
Yes, you this everybody listen up, you shallow ass people. All right, here
Right.
we go.
So my this was something that honestly that my mother told me a while ago, but she said that sometimes people tend to base your worth based on your looks. Do you believe that?
Hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Um, and there's actually been studies done on just that topic.
Oh wow.
So there's been studies done where, and actually they've done it on TikTok and Instagram, where someone who looks pretty, looks nice looking woman, nice looking male, and they'll ask for help, and the pretty ones are more likely to get help than someone
Mhm.
who doesn't look as pretty as them.
Yeah.
So yeah, they we do place value on looks, or well, yeah, we place value on looks, but we also devalue people based on their looks.
Mhm.
Um, and I would really like to know why that is, because
Yeah.
what somebody looks like doesn't make them worth more or less than somebody else.
Right.
So if you watch the show later on, anybody who tunes in later on, hit the comments. Let us know why someone would feel, especially if it's you, why
Right.
someone would place a value on somebody based on their looks.
Yeah. I personally don't feel like now it's like if we're speaking about dating or we just speaking of like just being cool with people. Cause me personally, I would be cool with anybody. I don't care what you look like. Like if you cool, I feel like you give off good energy. Um, I feel like Nicole said, what did she say? She said
She said
the lighter ones tend to get.
the lighter ones tend to get help quicker.
Mm, I don't know.
It's true. There is some truth to
I'm
that.
not gonna say that because this one thing that me and my clients talk about all the time. Like just because someone light skinned don't mean that they're pretty. Don't mean that they cute. Like
Society wise, it does.
we in 2024. I mean, I can say like maybe years ago, but I feel like now it like I see light skinned girls that be whole time they ugly as shit or they ashy as shit or like they're just not cute. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it's like someone who's I don't feel like skin color makes you more or less beautiful. I feel like you just have beautiful features. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could
Hmm.
be a dark skinned woman that have like cat eyes, certain features that'd be like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I don't it's not based on skin tone. It's just based on your features. Not only that, and we could talk about like fat and skinny. You know what I'm saying? Like I see big girls
Hmm.
that be dressing their ass off and they're beautiful. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna say in that aspect, like, oh, the skinny girl gonna get help, but what if she got a rag on and the big girl got a nice ass outfit on? You get what I'm saying? So I'm
Yeah.
not saying that that's not what Nicole has experienced, but I just don't feel like I don't know. I just like feel like beauty is beauty. I feel like when women, it's either you got women that take care of themselves or women that don't. And to tell you the truth, when we in our raw image, no one is 100% beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Like when, especially when it comes to us women, we do a lot of things to enhance our beauty, and that's all of us, whether you dark skin or light skin. You know what I'm saying? Like I have eyeliner on right now, but if I ain't have no eyeliner on at all, I might look different to someone. You know what I'm saying? But people enhance their beauty all the time. Some people wear eyelashes to make their eyes stand out more. Had their hair done. But see, like while men don't like it, I feel like sometimes women who wear eyelashes instantly make them a lot more beautiful. Y'all might not think so. I do. Some, not all. We ain't talking about the motherfucking butterflies.
Yeah, you know
Um,
what I'm saying? They be like this,
yeah,
and
yeah,
um, I feel like this is the way that I've always done things. I put more emphasis or more value on the person, not their
yeah,
appearance. Appearance
yeah.
changes.
Hmm.
Somebody may look drop dead gorgeous at 21, but at 51, they don't look quite as drop dead gorgeous, but the
Imagine
person is
what I
still
look like.
doesn't change.
Um, Imagine what I look like when I be doing hair. A fucking mess. Y'all want to ask my clients? We can do a whole motherfucking poll. They can be like, "This bitch be looking like she homeless." Like my hair be a mess. I don't be brushing my hair half the time. I look a hot. I wear baggy ass fucking clothes. My clothes hanging off my motherfucking ass. Like yeah, a hot ass fucking mess. But I don't know. I just, and me personally now, like I said with Nicole, I feel like the whole light skin dark skin thing. I feel like everyone experiences things different because while she might have experienced stuff like that, I've actually experienced the exact opposite. Like
Really?
men that I've dated. If you want to sit here and be like, oh, light skinned women get chosen, men that I've dated have chosen dark skinned women over me. So I could say like, oh, that was my experience. You know what I'm saying? Where I know I didn't get chosen. Like when my ex chose to have a child on me, he had a child on me with a dark skinned woman. Like, so you can't sit here and be like, oh, well, she was light skinned and she got the favor and she got the kids and she got the house and she got this, that, and the third. She didn't get shit. You know what I'm saying? So in my experience, I never experienced that. And
So
the men that I've dated, they equally like light skinned and dark skinned women. And they've never chosen me over no other woman.
there was a time um, early, I'm gonna take everybody back a little bit, probably the early '90s type era, and light skinned women would get more play.
Hmm.
They would get more attention. Guys would push up on a light skinned woman before a dark skinned woman. Fast forward now, um, real men. Let me put a big emphasis on real men.
Hmm.
Real men nowadays are not going to look past. Okay, so she light skinned, but she cut up all my clothes, but I'm gonna stay with her because she light skinned. Real men nowadays look more to the person. Mm, damn, can I really say that? Uh,
I feel like it's just beauty. Cause like I said, all shades
yeah.
have beautiful women. Like I know so many brown skinned chocolate women, they are beautiful as fuck. Like, and I'm dead ass serious. Like, and beautiful fucking hair, like everything you could think of. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like light skinned women don't always get chosen because sometimes opposites attract. I know so many light skinned men that like dark skinned women. I was a
Hmm.
light skinned woman that always preferred dark skinned men. You know what I'm saying? So you like I know light skinned men that won't fuck with light skinned women. you know? So I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, that doesn't exist. I know it existed at a point in time. Like, you know what I'm saying? For sure. Um, but in today's society, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, like I don't feel like in most situations, light skinned women get favored over any other, shade of women. I don't feel like that exists in 2024. I feel like they're basing on these brown skinned women are beautiful. They're choosing them for certain things. They want them for certain things. They have people for certain things. But I know that it existed at a point in time. Yes. You know what I'm saying? But you got to also think, even in the 90s, we had a lot of brown skin and dark skin actresses that was fucking winning. It's still winning to this day.
I think that it's more important, at least for myself and probably dudes along my caliber.
Hmm.
It's more important to look at who you're dealing with and not what they look like.
Yeah.
Um, and for me, I like natural beauty.
Yeah.
So I would prefer to meet a woman when she's at her most plain. I'm
Mhm.
not all dolled, you know what I'm saying? She's not all dolled up. She's not, I got my lashes on, which I can't stand. Um,
Why you? A lot of men
I,
don't like
I,
lashes.
I think the lashes are the worst thing that's ever happened to women. Period. I
What
think
what makes them
that
so ugly to y'all?
because it's an unnecessary addition to something that's already beautiful. Like a woman's face, whether you're dark skin or light skin, a woman's face is beautiful.
Mhm.
Men are drawn to what God has already perfected in you. So if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, so we got past the nails, okay, we was like, all right, cool. Women gotta wear nails, all right, cool, bet, all right, bet they got the nails. Some women go too damn far with the nail too this damn high off the damn finger. That's a little too much. But we was like, okay, cool, the nails. Back in the '90s, when women would be like, they would go get the extensions in their hair.
Mhm.
We would sit there and be like, okay, okay, enough, like enough, like your hair was that damn short today, and tomorrow that shit's down your back. Why? Like we don't believe you. Like why even do it?
I mean,
So
I get it, but I just feel like all most women. I'm not gonna say all because you got some women that are 100% natural, you know. But some women like to enhance their beauty in some type of way. If they're not wearing makeup, they're getting their hair done, or it might be their outfit. Or they might go get their eyebrows done or their lashes done. I feel like women do things to try to like enhance their beauty, but at the same time, it's like y'all saying like y'all like natural and stuff, but a lot of the times y'all be really on bitches that is the complete opposite of what y'all saying that y'all want.
so touche. And you're right. So what we like to look at and what we want to be with is two different things, and that's what women don't understand.
Okay, but us women, once y'all look, if y'all say y'all like this, we want you to look at us and want us at the same damn time.
Ah, I give you a prime example, and I like to put things in the sense of cars when it comes to men, because that's
Okay.
that's what men like to think about cars. So
Okay.
I drive a Lincoln. I like my
Mhm.
Lincoln. My
Mhm.
Lincoln is nice. It's comfortable. It gives me everything that I need. If a
Mhm.
Corvette drive past me, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, that's not a nice Corvette. That's a nice ass damn Corvette. However, I don't want to own it. I don't want to own anything about that car. I like my Lincoln. It's
Mhm.
comfortable. It's a nice ride. It cuddles me just the right way. So
Okay.
when grown men are looking for a woman that they can see a future with,
Mhm.
they're not looking for somebody who's showing their ass on Instagram, because to them, oh, it's good to look at. Eye candy's cute for everybody, but not everybody have a sweet tooth like that. Sometimes a dude just wants some collard greens. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody
I
who's
get you, but
comfortable.
like even
Some
with the hair thing, like with the hair thing though, let's bring it back to that, okay?
mm-hmm.
So like even when it comes to hair, like y'all would be okay with women being 100% natural because like most women, and we're gonna speak on black women, right? We have to put products and stuff in our hair to define our curls and stuff. So it's like y'all natural, like we wearing the froze, and y'all cool with that? Like
Okay.
y'all cool with that? Cause like, can we be 100% natural without y'all trying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's natural. It's not
Hell
putting no
no.
enhancement on ourselves. You acting like we can't switch our hair up, and we can't put weave in and shit. Like putting
So we
hair product in and trying to enhance our curls and get our curl pattern popping. That's not 100% natural.
so I'm not gonna speak for every guy, but I'm gonna speak for me. I like natural, not nappy. Like I like,
Get the fuck out of here,
call
though.
it what it is. I like
So
a
what?
woman
What?
who has her own hair, but I don't like the big
So how
uh,
is a woman?
unkept hair.
So what is she supposed to do with her hair then? We can't put fucking weave and
Comb
shit in
that
it.
motherfucker. Comb your
Comb,
hair. Or
but her
put a
hair
comb
been
through that
long. Women
motherfucker.
that had afros back in the day, they picked their hair. Their hair was combed. It was just out in the fucking afro. So you saying they can't put braids in, long braids. You can't get weave in. So how the fuck do you want them to lay their hair down?
No, so okay, so it's not that you can't put braids in, right? Because
Okay.
I've seen women who have natural hair that they braid, and the hair looks fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't go from having today your hair is not long enough to curl with a half a grain of rice, but then tomorrow your joint down your back hitting your ankles. Like why?
I
Like
don't give a
we don't
fuck.
believe you.
I don't
You know
care.
what I'm saying?
I would never
I
care.
you know when
Who
I
cares?
have
Do y'all really care? Y'all really care about
I
y'all like
care.
that?
I care. I care
Why?
because
Because we don't give a fuck.
because it's okay. So let me switch it on. Let me switch it on to women, right?
Go ahead.
If a dude come out today and you see him in his shorts and he ain't got no print, and then tomorrow this nigga got a print going down his fucking leg, you
Shut the
like that
fuck up.
shit ain't real. We
Don,
don't
that's
believe
different.
you.
That's
We
different.
don't
Shut up.
believe you. It's the same thing. Okay. So let's take it a step further since we ain't gonna talk about sexual body parts. Um, a guy come out. Oh no, prime fucking example
Don't say that
with these
motherfucking
with the,
hairpiece.
with these damn Brazilian hair pieces.
Uh-uh.
Yes.
Shut your ass up.
Um, a nigga got a motherfucking George Jefferson one day, and the next day this nigga got perfect fucking waves. Y'all cool with that? Hell no.
Okay, but this the
You can't be
thing.
fucking with that.
The thing about women is like our hair makes us feel like a woman. Like men, all right, y'all men that have hair, whether it's like braids or locks, y'all choose that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And most of y'all like y'all cut y'all hair. So y'all walk around y'all cool with a cut. All right. Us women, we're supposed to have our hair grown out. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately some things happen. Like some women have what is it? Underlying health issues.
Alopecia.
No, like they do
Yeah.
have it, but it's because like I know somebody that has like autoimmune disease, and so they do suffer from alopecia. You feel me? So you telling me as a
Mm-hmm.
woman she's supposed to walk around with bald patches in her head and she's gonna feel like a confident woman? Like no, and that's something she can't control. And I'm gonna feel strongly about this because I'm a hairstylist. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just
Mm-hmm.
saying from that aspect, like she us women, our hair makes us feel good. Even a man, like that's a fact. That's a fact because there's a study that getting your hair done boosts your self confidence. So even if your
It
hair is
does.
a fucking inch long, by getting it done, it's gonna boost your confidence. It can take you out of depression. It's gonna make you feel good about yourself. It's gonna make you feel more motivated. When you feel good, it's a part of to me like your overall looks and taking care of yourself. So I just feel like I'm not gonna speak on men because y'all are different. Like, no, all right, when y'all start to bald, yeah, it probably do fuck with y'all mind because y'all like, damn, I gotta even have this
No,
fucking
it
bald
does.
spot or I gotta fucking shave my shit bald. You feel me? I'm not taking from y'all struggle, but as a woman, how are we gonna really feel like a woman without, our hair? So it's like, yeah, sometimes we enhance it. You got some women that cut their hair by choice. They cut
Yeah.
their hair by choice because sometimes hair is connected to trauma. Like, oh, I've been through too much shit. Snipping my shit
Yeah.
off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like they might grow it back out, and they're like, all right, I need something to do with it. Like me, you already know I switched my hair up, so
All the
it's
time.
it's just a part of me.
All the
Like
time.
um,
We don't even know who you gonna be when you come
I
on air. You know
know
what I'm saying?
that's cool. I like being different people, but I feel like it's just a part of us. I don't agree with you on that. No, I feel like women should be able to wear their hair. I don't give a fuck if they had a fucking shave cut. Now, if you want to talk about like being honest with people, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But that's like, all right, all right, let me give you another one. What if a
Mm-hmm.
woman is going through fucking chemo, right? And she loses all her hair. But she got to start wearing wigs and her shit laid. She start dating a man. And maybe she tell him like I went through cancer, da da da, but he don't know that underneath that laid ass wig, she ain't got no hair at all. Like, you feel like she need to disclose that with him? Look, just like even though my shit laid today, I got a bald ass head. But what if she always make sure her shit is laid? You feel me? What if she always make sure something is done with her hair? I don't know. We're women. Like I just feel like we do that to make ourselves feel good. You know,
So
and I don't
as
care about
far
that long weave shit because I have hair, but I don't wore 30-inch weave. Walked into the office like, Bridget, your hair's grown so much. Bitch, it's a weave. Like, stop acting dumb. And I don't care. Like, I don't know.
so
That's just me.
so looking at your hair, right?
Hmm.
Why the hell would you ever put anything extra in your hair? Like your hair's
Because,
already long. Like why? Why?
first
You
of
don't
all,
get more cool points because your shit is longer. Like it's your hair's already, you know what I'm saying, a good length.
okay,
Why
okay,
put
I'll give
more
it to you
into
like
it?
this. This is a quote that I got printed out in my salon. It says, what does it say? I think it says fine hair doesn't mean that it's good hair. It's something like that. Basically, like, because I feel like a lot of people always be like, oh, you got good hair. Like, good hair is only a certain type of hair type. No, the fuck it's not. Okay?
No, no, it's
Good
not.
hair, in my eyes, as a hairstylist, good hair is thick, healthy hair. So,
Right.
where some people will look at women that have 4C hair and be like, oh, she don't got good hair, right? To me, that is good hair. Because when we get old, right? 9 times 10, you're still gonna have a full head of hair. Meanwhile, my thin ass fucking hair might have to be wearing wigs and shit. Because my hair is just so fucking thin that you can see through my motherfucking scalp. You feel me? And that's stuff that, like, I'm not gonna say I fully, but I feel like my hair is kind of thin. You know what I'm saying? Because of my hair type. Like, so I don't equal my hair to being like, oh, I got good hair. No, I don't. No, I think women that have really thick hair, big afros, I think that is good hair. Um,
So when I was younger, um, I, I've always appreciated my hair texture.
mhm,
However, as I got older, guys started wearing locks more, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna go ahead and lock my hair up. Now I had a thin textured hair,
mhm,
so for 14 years I wore locks. When I finally decided to cut those locks out, the damage that I did to my thin hair,
mhm.
my thin textured hair, now creates balding that normally wouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
But because I was maintaining my own locks, so of course um, you know as a hairstylist, especially somebody who deal with locks, when you're doing your own locks, or if somebody who does not know how to do locks does your locks,
Mhm.
when they're doing it, they're breaking apart your hair so that they can make them individual locks. But what I didn't realize, at least, what I was doing was I was breaking my hair off at the roots
Mhm.
when I was doing that. So then when I decided to cut all the locks out my hair, 14 years of constantly going in, I'm thinking I'm separating my locks. But what I'm
Mhm.
really doing is I'm breaking it off at the roots and
Mhm.
I'm tearing the roots out my head.
Yeah.
So now, at my age, there's no recovering from that. There's no coming back from that. And I cut my locks out at 40. There was no coming back. And now I feel super self conscious about my hair. Now, am I so self conscious that I'm gonna put a hairpiece in my head? Hell to the no, no, not gonna happen. Like
Yeah.
but so women who feel self conscious about their hair and add a little more hair for volume, I understand and I get that.
Mhm.
Um, Women who, because there's a difference between adding volume to your hair and adding length. Um, Yeah, I want my hair to look a little thicker because I've seen even white women. I've seen white women who will add layers to their hair to make it look thicker. And a lot of black women don't realize that white women actually do that. Like they
White
will
women wear
have
weaves just like black women.
they started this shit. We ain't start none of this shit. We didn't perfect none of this. They've been doing this shit for
Yeah,
years. Well, basically take they'll a layer of their real hair, and then behind that they'll have a layer of fake hair, and then the
yeah,
next layer will be their real hair, and the next layer is fake hair. We didn't start none of this shit.
yeah,
So I've gotten comfortable with the hair. I'm cool with the hair. I'm cool with the nails. All right, cool. Hair, nails. Okay. You had to add a little more length, especially since women have thinner nails than guys do. So women want that thick nail that if I tap on the keyboard when I'm typing, it ain't gonna break. Okay, cool. Got
yeah.
you. Okay, cool. Nails. Okay. Hair. Understand why. Got you. What the fuck is with the eyelashes? We're back to the eyelashes now. Why?
Me personally, now I'm not saying them crazy thick ass eyelashes, but I don't know. I feel like eyelashes make women look a little more like seductive or something. Like I don't know, cause me personally, like, y'all don't like it, but when I see women that have eyelashes, I be like, damn, it makes them look good as fuck. I don't know why.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I do. I feel like it enhances people's look, like their eyes, like it makes them look more seductive or something. Now I'm not talking about them thick, heavy ass fucking wing ones that's flapping and shit. No, I'm not talking about them. It's certain ones, but I feel like it can. But the only downfall, this is why I've never done it, the eyelash extensions, is because I noticed when women get eyelash extensions and then say that they stop getting eyelash extensions. Next thing you know, it look like they don't got no eyelashes, so they look crazy when they don't have them in. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the reason why I've never got them, because it's like I don't want to get them and say like it's a moment that I stop getting them, and then when people see me without them, like, whoa, this bitch look crazy, like she look way different. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I feel that way even about makeup. Like I stopped I stopped wearing makeup. Like I wear makeup sometimes when I go out or somewhere. If like say I'm breaking out or something, and I'm going out or something, I'm definitely gonna put some makeup on to cover that up. But I stopped wearing makeup so much so that when people see me, like this is who I am, this is the standard. You know what I'm saying? So if I put makeup on, like, oh, okay, bam, it might enhance you some. But they not like looking at me crazy when I go without makeup, like, oh, this looks like a whole nother person, you know. So I think that's why, and I feel like I've embraced being more natural. Like not, I used to draw my eyebrows in horrible. I had so many bad eyebrow years. It wasn't even funny. I went from having them fucking thin ass Mexican eyebrows to fucking thick ass caterpillar eyebrows. So much shit. Like like and then I'm like, fuck no. And I honestly, like, sometimes my ex used to say shit like that, like, stop fucking jolly eyebrows and it was a lot of shit he told me not to do that I'm like, oh, this bitch just hating. Like, nigga, I'm doing this shit because I want to do it. But whole time looking back, I'm like, yo, he really was saying that because I didn't need that shit. And it was really making me look worse. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say, like, being in your natural state sometimes, but I feel like you got to learn the balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to learn the balance of it. Um,
I think it's learning a balance. I don't mind, and once again, I know I've said this a couple of times tonight. I'm not speaking for every man. There's some guys. I actually debated this dude on social media because he was like, I don't know what y'all talking about. I like women with long eyelashes, and I'm like, shut the fuck up, sit down, boy. So I'm not speaking for every man.
yeah.
I'm just speaking for every real man.
It be a
So
lot of men though. It do. But I hear a lot of men say that they don't like the eyelashes. But as a woman, and even though I don't get them, I be thinking them bitches make bitches look good. Like I'm not
okay,
playing.
here's the thing, right?
Some, not no heavy ass ones. No.
We have never, in all of mandom, right? We have never looked at a woman who's like, yo, she look good, but yo, she looks so fucking good if her eyelashes was like 10 inches long. We've
It's not about the
never
eyelashes.
said that shit.
What you fail to realize, it really is just about like making your eyes stand out more. It makes their
Okay,
eyes stand out more.
okay. I'm with you on that, right? I'm gonna hang
That's
with
like
you on
why
that
women
one.
put mascara on and eyeliner.
We right there. See, right? We just right
But that's
there.
the thing. Not all women have like long eyelashes. Like some
Okay.
women have really. It's crazy because guess what? You know who has the best eyelashes? Men. A lot of men have the fucking eyelashes that we would kill to have
Crazy thing is,
naturally.
my fiance said the exact same thing.
That's
She
what
was
I'm
like looking
saying.
at my eyelashes. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not
Yo,
about
my
to bring the
fucking
focal point to
nephew.
my eyelashes. 'Cause I'm a grown ass damn man. I don't got eyelashes.
Yo, my
But
nephew got some long. He always has some long, beautiful eyelashes. We always noticed about him. Like, yo, he got the best eyelashes. Meanwhile, like
uh,
I know a woman that has like her eyelashes are so short, and she's never put no fake eyelashes on or nothing, and her eyelashes are so short. So it sometimes I'm not gonna say like it don't for her, but sometimes something has to make your eye stand out more. You know, like if someone has like an almond shaped eye, you know, either having like eyelashes or eyeliner on top of it can make your eye stand out more. Which, you know, what woman don't want to look more seductive? Like, you know, sometimes it's the eyes.
okay, so here's the thing, right? I'm going to agree with you for a moment, right?
Okay.
Everything you just said, I'm just gonna go ahead and agree with you for a moment.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay, so ladies, if you want to wear eyelashes, right? If you want to accentuate your eyes with eyelashes, don't go the low budget route. You know what I'm saying? Before you spend $1,500 on a damn BBL
Mhm.
that nobody gives a shit about, because chances are with us, your BBLs look fucking horrible any damn way because you're going to Joe Blow and getting that shit done. Okay, we ain't gonna, that's another show. But go ahead and get eyelash extensions, which is individual eyelash extensions done properly. You pay the money for that shit.
Mhm.
It's done right, and it does not look super fucking natural. So it does not look like you done took a whole horse's damn tail and laid that shit on your eyes, because what that does for you ladies, and I'm not sure if you all realize it, is doing more harm to your eyes than helping your appearance. Because your eyelashes, if you have when you have fake eyelashes, they don't have the oil in them that your real eyelashes have. The oil in your real eyelashes prevents dirt from getting into your eyes. So stop superseding your health for your appearance. Cause I would
Okay.
much
Well, then, okay. Well, if we talking about health, then let me
uh-huh,
interrupt.
yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Y'all always say women got to have their toes down, right?
Toes done?
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, we like it. Yeah, we like it.
Okay. Well, it's not healthy to always have nail polish on your toes.
Why?
Sometimes
Help me out.
because your nails need to be exposed to the sun. So always
Did
having
I
something
ain't know
painted
that?
over
Okay.
them creates a dark environment for them. It could cause them to be brittle. It could cause a fungus. It could cause all types of things. So it's not healthy to always have toenail polish. It could dry your nails out too. So it's not always healthy to have nail polish on your toes or your nails. You know. So like I remember one time I seen a picture. It was some picture. I don't know if it was going viral or some shit. And it was like this girl. She was beautiful, beautiful brown skinned girl. She had on this nice outfit. She had heels on, no toe polish on. I didn't see nothing wrong with her toes, even though she didn't have no toe polish on. Her toes still look nice, right? And all the
Mm-hmm.
men just like she should have had her toes painted. It's women like I'll never leave the house without my toes painted, even if I can't get up home and I'm gonna paint them myself. You know, and I started actually writing people back in the comments like it's not healthy to always have your toenails painted, you know. But the fact that like people will be so mad that this woman went out with open toe heels with no polish on, it was crazy. Like, this is the motherfucker. Like, we have to have fucking toe polish on at all moments. Like,
So, mm,
yeah.
that's interesting. First of all, didn't know that. Thank you for enlightening me and everybody that's going to tune in, because I'm sure there's women who didn't know that shit. First of all,
Yeah.
and there's definitely guys who didn't know that shit. Like we was
Yeah.
fucking oblivious. Now, let me ask you a question though.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the same thing that happens to women's nails? I mean, besides the fact that women go to, the Asians and they get, I mean, I'm not even gonna say just the Asians, but just they go to get their nails done and their nails get shaved down so they can get. Besides that point,
Mm-hmm.
is the nail polish doing the exact same thing for for the nails on their hand? Is it making it more thinner, more brittle because it's
Yeah,
not
more
getting the
brittle.
sunlight?
Yes, drying it out, especially gel polish. Gel polish would do that, but it's nail polish,
I'll be all right.
period.
Keep talking. I'll be
You
right
good.
back. But
Yeah.
oh, she educating y'all. Y'all better listen.
No, but you is. You supposed to take breaks. Supposed to take breaks in between. Like, sometimes I take breaks. Like, before I go get a pedicure, I will take my polish off. Um, you know what I'm saying? Now I might not have my toes out every day, like from going somewhere. I might wear some tennis shoes, but I'm letting my toenails breathe, because your nails can dry out from not getting no exposure from the sun. So I don't know where Dawn went, y'all.
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I was happy with the whole beauty aspect that you just hit everybody with. First of all,
Yeah.
I didn't realize. So
Yeah.
I knew that women's nails would become more thinner, more brittle because they're getting the nail extensions
Yeah. That's right.
on their nails. And they have to shave them down so that it can basically be more even with their nail bed. So I
Mhm.
knew that, but I didn't realize that just having nail polish on,
Mhm.
and I need every woman, every woman to listen, but also every guy to listen, because when you're sitting there complaining about your
Yeah.
woman not
And
having
judging
polished
us,
on, mm,
if we don't got our toes painted at all times.
I
Like, come
mean,
on now.
I, I'm the guy that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Um, because like my fiance, well, she would take breaks over putting polish on, and she
Yeah.
would just wear her natural nail. And I'd be like, well, why didn't you get your nails polished? But now I feel like the ultimate asshole, and I hope all the rest of you guys feel like the
It's
asshole
not
with me.
even
Don't
just
let me
guys.
do this alone.
Women don't know it neither. It was women that on comments judging that woman too. That's why I'm saying here right now. I'm like, it's not healthy to always have polish on your toes. Like, your toes need sun exposure. If you just consistently have polish over top of your nails, it's going to dry your nail bed out, and it's more prone to, like, being in the dark, which causes fungus and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you have to let your toenails and your nails breathe, you know?
And just circling back, and now I feel like a bigger asshole. I do like natural beauty. I love a woman who naturally looks beautiful. I don't now if a woman does something to accentuate her beauty, you know what I'm saying? She throw a little bit of blush on, or you know what I'm saying, a little bit of eyeliner on, a little bit of eyebrow. I don't mind a woman accentuating her beauty, but I prefer a naturally beautiful woman. But now, I now realize that some of the things that we have taken for granted as just being, oh, women are going to paint their nails,
Hmm.
that's actually been doing more harm to them, and that's actual harmful to your body type situation. Like
Yeah.
when you're causing fungus and stuff, like that's actually harming your body,
Hmm.
and we've been ignoring that. And I guess
Yeah, that's just like these women who, go get the acrylic over their toenails. A lot of that stuff be causing fungus and stuff. And then what people don't realize is that spreads from one person to the next. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Why would women? And I never understood that
because
shit
their
either.
nails, this is why. Because their toenails get so brittle that they break and they have no choice but to build acrylic on their toenail to rebuild their nail just so that they can have their toenails pretty painted for y'all motherfucking men. Cause if a bitch walking around with fucking chipped ass toenails, y'all gonna be like, oh, look at that bitch feet. Da 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 da. So it's just like always having your toenails done, your toenail bed getting real brittle. Now shit breaking off. Now you getting acrylic put on top of your shit. Now you getting fungus. That shit getting spread from you to the next person, to the next person, to that person. Now you got a whole fungus. Now you gotta take antibiotic. You gotta put tea tree oil on all types of shit on that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't know. It's really people gotta shout out to my pedicure lady. Her name is Sugarfoot on Instagram. A1. I'm telling you right now because and she's black. She's a black nail tech, but she only does pedicures. But when I say she's completely clean, she don't reuse no files or nothing like that. Like no, I'm telling you, she's A1. No games. Like
um,
people don't even realize in the standard nail salon when you put your feet in them pedicure tubs, regardless if it has a little liner in there, like where the vent is and the bubbles come out, bacteria is all up in there. And bacteria this is another thing I thought about too in the past. Do you know how many people's toes that motherfucking polishes touch? Like y'all know bitches always love the white polish, right? How many bitches' toes this motherfucking white polish touched? Hundreds of bitches. Like, bring your own polish at this fucking point.
yeah, I was getting ready to
I
say that.
do.
So bring your own polish with you.
Yeah, I
Bring the
do.
color that you want. Bring your
Yeah,
own
but people don't
polish.
think about shit like that. But that's all a part of your health, you know? Maybe we need to have an episode on that.
Mm, mm. Apparently, I'm not the only one being educated by this.
What did Cal say? I can't keep up with these. Oh, I didn't even see these comments.
She
Oh,
was like, I hate acrylic gel on my toes. Not needed, but that's just me. And then when you said about the fucking nail polish, she was straight up like, "Oh my god, Bridget, oh my god," like because nobody thinks about that
people
shit.
don't think about that. Yo, white polish then touch about a fucking couple thousand bitches' toes in that one salon. And then you gotta think every woman is not clean. You know what I'm saying? They like, I don't know. I don't play about none of that. I don't walk around barefooted nowhere. If I go into a hotel, I'm wearing flip flops in the shower, even though nah. I'm scared of getting
Okay,
pools, all of that.
so what I'm gonna definitely say, right? Because the word self care has definitely become a thing, especially for our culture, because we
Hmm.
didn't know what the fuck, especially guys, we didn't know what the fuck self care was.
Yeah.
Um, so I'll definitely say now, after hearing all of these things, and I hope that everybody replays this episode. We've had a lot of good episodes, but none of them has been like this. Like
Yeah.
we've learned some shit tonight. I've learned some shit. So if y'all ain't learned no shit, then y'all knew more than me. Um, so self care may also mean black care. Go to
Hmm.
your go to the black salons. Go to the black nail techs because they know what's going to help us.
Black
Um,
estheticians for your skincare. So they educate you how to
yes.
take care of your black skin.
It's so now that our entire race has, especially during the pandemic, like we embraced self care. Great. I'm glad everybody embraced self care. But it seems as if, and this is something I didn't realize before, but I learned it tonight. So if you didn't learn it tonight, I'm gonna tell you for it. I'm gonna tell you because you didn't learn. If you're dealing with someone who is black, they kind of know more about your skin and self care for your skin because that's what their focal point is. Stop going. Nothing against Asian people. By all means, get your money, boo boo. y'all gotta have the nail shops on every corner in the hood. Great. Spend a little extra money, y'all, and go to a black nail tech. Go to a black beautician, um, because they're going to know more about your hair, your nails, your skin, because they went to school for that, and that was their focal point.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I've learned a lot tonight, like things that even as a man, and I don't put nail polish on any part of mine. I don't put no nail polish on. Fuck that shit. I ain't one of those dudes. However, guys, we keep our feet in sneakers all the time, which means that we keep our feet in darkness. We keep them in socks. We keep them in sneakers. And I am not. I am actually one person who is so against um, getting pedicures because
Yeah.
I don't like going to the Asians. I be thinking they talking about my feet. Like I got a dude's feet. Like I keep my feet in sneakers and they look
Yeah.
fucked up. I don't wear sandals ever. That's just not my
What about
thing.
slides? You don't got no Nike slides?
Yeah, so I wear slides around the house only.
Okay.
I wear Nautica slides around the house only. I don't walk around outside with that
You don't run
shit.
to the grocery store with some slides on?
Hell no, the J's go on. No, no, no. No, no, no.
That's better. My grandfather wear fucking dress shoes every day, everywhere. I asked him, I
Old
said, "Do you own a?"
school.
I'm like, "You own a pair of sneakers?" He like, "No." He dressed up and wear dress shoes every single day.
That's that old school. That's the yeah, that old school. It was you keep a pair of slides on. No, not slides. Slide, because
Slippery
that's how
Earls.
you those say yeah, the slippery earls.
Yeah.
But I have never, and I'm going to change this now because I've been educated tonight. So I've never really, I've only went and got a pedicure probably twice in my life, in my entire life. But I keep my feet in sneakers, and before sneakers, like I don't know if I've ever said this, but prior to 2 years ago, I never wore Jordans. I only wore Timberlands, like
Yeah.
all year long.
Yeah.
Timberlands in the summertime, walking on the
Oh no,
beach,
you
didn't
crazy.
care, didn't matter. Timberlands. But not realizing, now that I've learned today, that
Mm.
you're keeping your toes in darkness. Darkness breeds things like mold, breeds things like
Athlete's
fungus.
foot, fungus, athlete's foot, all of
Yeah,
that stuff.
I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah.
See, this is what the show's all about. I'm learning from you.
Mhm.
So now I am going to either do my own pedicure more often
Mhm.
or go get a pedicure.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, Marvin said he got one before.
with
Yeah,
Marv at?
men should definitely be getting pedicures. Because the thing about it is, like, that's another thing. Like, I have experience. I've got like an ingrown toenail because I'm clipping my toenails the wrong way. And I actually had to have like the little procedure done on both of mine. So it's good to get pedicures by professionals as men because y'all can definitely get ingrown toenails. Because if y'all just let y'all toenails grow in and it's like hitting the side of y'all shoe all the time because you always got your foot crammed up in the shoe, y'all get an ingrown toenail, and a lot of times that has to be done a certain way, or you're gonna be in a lot of pain. Which it be a lot of men that experience ingrown toenails and stuff like that. So it's all a part.
So,
It's a part of your health.
so I have not made my feet my focal point. Like, if my feet don't hurt when I'm walking, my feet are good. However, a few months ago, maybe 2 3 months ago, I was working on my feet, and my fiance was like, "No, I need you to really work on your feet." And that was a nice way of saying your shit fucked up and you need to work on them. And she was being nice about it, but I was like, "All right, cool." So she gave me like the grinding stone and all of that, and
Mm-hmm.
And the shit that looks like a drill, but it's not a drill, and it has the y'all know what the hell I'm talking about.
Mhm.
And when I started like filing down my toenail, um, and I know I might be getting sounding disgusting to some people, and some people might be like, "Yo, your shit was just fucked up. It's cool. Just deal with it." But as I started filing it down, all the dead nail that
Mhm.
started coming away,
Mhm.
like there was a whole split in my toenail that I didn't realize was there because
Mhm.
of the dead toenail that was on top of it.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like my toenail has been fucked up all this time. So now I do focus more on it. However, I am going to actually, and I know this is gonna make my fiance feel really fucking good. I'm gonna go actually go get a pedicure more often now. But I'm not going to the Asian because I don't know what the hell they saying. At least if I go
Yeah.
to the black, if I go to the black girl, you know what I'm saying? If she starts talking that shit, I know. If she be like,
Mhm.
"Yo, your shit real fucked up," I know what the hell
Yeah.
she say, as opposed to the Asians be like, "Oh, ha
Yeah.
ha," know what I'm saying, and just
Yeah.
pointing at my shit.
No, I feel
So
like my pedicure lady. I feel like she really just educates people. I feel like she's educated me a lot. Like I said, her name is Sugarfoot, and so like she specializes in people who have diabetes because people with diabetes they be like, oh my sugar, and
Sugarfoot,
yeah,
got it.
people with diabetes they have a lot of feet problems. So she's seen it all. She does amazing transformations. With people feet, like, people who have diabetes and stuff who just neglect their feet and stuff like that. She actually does a lot of men's feet. Your feet be feeling like baby soft skin. I'm not playing. And like I said, she only specializes in pedicure. So when people specialize in one thing, the fact that they do it so much is like they're that much better at it than most people.
Right,
So
right.
I think she's amazing. I've been going to her for I think almost 3 years now. And I love it, honestly. And the fact that it's a clean environment. It's not a traditional pedicure chair that you sitting in. You're sitting in a nice chair and she has like a ceramic bowl that she puts, but you still get an amazing experience. It really is. And it's like I said, it's a clean environment, you know.
Okay, so let's do this, right? Let's do this. I don't know if we can get her on, but we're gonna try to get her on the show.
Hmm.
Um, we're gonna try to get her on the show, and on top of that, if we can get her on the show, I think we can do this. We will actually pay for a man or a woman. We'll do a raffle. Make it
Okay.
make it helpful to everybody. Make it honest. We're gonna try to get her on the show because we self care is something that we only learned about in 2020.
Yeah.
We black people really only started caring about the self in 2020.
Yeah.
So we're 4 years in now, and I'm sure everybody has gotten into self care. We're gonna try to get her
Yes.
on the show, and we're going to give away to one of our viewers. We're going to pay for you to go to her and get your feet done.
Okay.
So we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting her on the show so she can actually talk. Because what we're talking about to y'all, we're talking about from things that's been told to us, but we want to get a professional on.
Yeah.
We're going to get a professional on, and we're going to pay for one of you lucky viewers to actually go and get a full blown pedicure from a professional, and so they can fix y'all fucked up ass feet. And I might be sitting next to y'all waiting because my shit fucked up too. So, you know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yeah.
saying fucked up as if it's just y'all. It's me too. Um, so we're gonna work on that. We're gonna definitely. I think that's something we should work on the next two shows. We're gonna try to
Yeah.
get her on within the
I feel
next two
like
shows.
yeah, I feel like we got to talk more about self-care and how to take care of ourselves.
Because we have been neglecting ourselves for all too long. Um, and what we don't realize is the things that we neglect has a part in our overall health.
Mhm.
So what we don't realize is things like, okay, and I was just happened to be watching this earlier today. Not taking care of your teeth,
Mhm.
bacteria in your teeth can
Yes.
actually affect the rest of your body.
Yep.
I'm sure it's the same thing with your nails. I'm sure it's the same thing with your toes. You know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
with your feet. So what we black people are sitting there going, "Oh, I don't want to catch diabetes. Oh, I don't want to get a heart attack." But what we don't realize is a lot of things that we neglect is contributing to all the things we're trying to avoid.
Mhm. Yeah, and I feel
Um,
like we really focus on our image, like the type of clothes that we wear. Like you said, our hair and stuff being done, but we're really not taking care of ourselves like on the inside, like down from the head, from your head to the soles of your feet. You got to take care of the inside of you. You know, because it's like you could look good, but if you're not taking care of yourself, you could be gone tomorrow just off of you neglecting your actual health and your body in any type of way. So I feel like all of that stuff, that flashy stuff people put on, what is that if you gonna be gone tomorrow because you neglected your actual health?
I agree, and I'm probably one of the biggest people who I am more. I focus more on my outward appearance than the things that is affecting my insides.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only until I got with my fiance and she would really be like, okay, so okay, so you take care of your skin, but you're not taking care of your skin right.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you brush your teeth, but you're not brushing your teeth right.
Mm-hmm.
And when she sat me down and she started putting things in front of me, and I'm like, oh shit, so just because I'm brushing my teeth, that's one thing. But making sure that no bacteria stays on your teeth because
Mm-hmm.
that goes into your body. Your ear,
Right.
nose, and throat is the access to the rest of your body.
Yeah.
So we're going to, yeah, yo, let's. Tonight has been enlightening for me, and I hope everybody that watches the show has been enlightening for you, for them as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bridget, you know more than you let on, and I thank you for educating me. But
No
we're
problem.
gonna
I'm
try
very
to get.
passionate on certain things, and that's one thing I am passionate on, like making sure people take
I
care of themselves.
I never knew that about you. I mean, I knew you was passionate about hair, but like your passion goes far beyond hair. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I knew you was real passionate about hair, and we may one day, you know what I'm saying, get somebody, you know what I'm saying, we been pay for somebody to get their hair done. You know what I'm saying, with you. But I definitely want to get professionals like yourself.
yeah.
Um, I don't want to keep calling her Sugarfoot. What's her actual name?
Her name is Yolanda.
Yolanda. All right, so we're gonna try to get Yolanda on the show, so she can talk to you all and me about the things that we need to do to start taking care of ourselves and really get into this self care thing. And we're going to, if we can get on the show, which I'm sure we will be able to,
Hmm.
if we can get on the show, we are going to send one of you all to her to actually get your feet done professionally. And I'm not talking about Asian shop in the shopping center professionally. I'm talking about somebody who actually cares and knows black feet.
Yep.
Um, so we're going to push for that within the next two shows. That's my promise to you. Within the next two shows, we're going to push for that. Um, I hope everybody learned from tonight's show. Tonight's show has been what we started out on a light note has gotten real deep. And we're going to do more shows like this
Yeah.
because it's not as simple as, oh, I need to know. I need to know who I should be having sex with and who I shouldn't be having sex with, who I should be dating and who I shouldn't be dating. Because if you
Yeah.
don't take care of your health, it don't fucking matter.
Right.
Like it really won't matter at the end of the day. You could be you could be the flyest you ever been, living your best life and die of a fucking heart attack because you didn't take care of the simple things. You know,
Right.
the things that self care things that we've been ignoring since before 2020.
Right.
So now let's take it a step further. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we got an actual hairdresser on the show.
Mm-hmm.
She knows hair. She knows what's healthy and what's not healthy for your hair. Apparently, she knows what's healthy and what's not healthy for your nails. Like she knows some shit. Learn some shit from her.
Yeah.
Cause I'm a learn. So whether y'all tune in or not, I'm gonna learn from this shit.
Yeah.
Um, because like self care is important. And I really want to. As a matter of fact, I would like to try to for the next 5 or 6 shows. Let's focus on self care. Let's focus on the mental health. Let's focus on the things that we need to do to make us better people individually,
Right.
so that we stop damaging relationships. Because if you're
Right.
not healthy in yourself, you're just gonna fuck up your next relationship.
I like that, Don. I like
All
that.
right, so that's us. That's what we
Mm-hmm.
gonna do.
Yeah.
And it says I don't know shit about this. We gonna let Bridget lead this because she know more than I do.
Okay.
I
I'll lead the way,
don't know
y'all.
shit about this. I just learned about fucking mental health 4 years ago. Um,
Wow, really?
so yeah, I for the first time I saw a therapist when I was younger, but
Mm-hmm.
I didn't take that shit seriously. But 4 years ago, when it was going through the pandemic, I was like, fuck it, yo, we got EAP at work. I'm gonna go ahead and take advantage of this free. And I learned so much about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Miss Kim, this Asian lady that was my therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you she spoke to me more real than anybody I've ever known, my parents included,
Mm-hmm.
she gave me the real. And I really just started at that point started focusing on my own mental health,
Okay.
because prior to that I just felt like if I'm smiling I'm good. And even if I got to smile through the pain, I'm good. But when she told me like things like, no, you're just full of shit. And, when you're thinking that you're focusing on everybody else, you're really only doing things that are beneficial to you.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to sit back and really self reflect like, oh shit, like this Asian lady just read this shit out of me.
Yeah. I've
So,
actually sorry, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I've actually um knew about mental health since the age of 10. I had my first panic attack at the age of 10. So that's something that I dealt with
Mm,
my entire life. That I feel like some adults, and that's a whole nother conversation we'll get into, but like some adults are just now experiencing it as they get older.
mm-hmm.
Not to say like no other kids experience it, but I know that I did at the age of 10, literally. That's when I had my first panic attack. I grew up having panic attacks, bad anxiety, OCD, PTOS. Um, so it's like it I feel like I'm like very self-aware when it comes to mental health, you know. I feel like I know myself because I've dealt with it for so long, you know. So I feel like that would be a good subject for us to talk about.
Yeah, we're definitely going to talk about knowing when you need help, like
Hmm.
knowing when to say I need help, because we as Black people, we are so focused on I can do this shit by myself
Yeah.
that we don't stop to ask for help.
Hmm.
And most of us, ironically, have the shit through our job free of charge.
Hmm.
I've worked at 5 different companies, major corporations, and they offered employee assistance program And not one time did I take advantage of it. But when I finally did, I learned more about myself than every woman who's ever berated me and told me I was messing up.
Mhm.
Every friend who told me, yo, you need to fix this. But when a stranger's telling you
Yeah.
that this is what you need to fix, or
Mhm.
this is what you're going through, or this is what you need to get rid of, we need to get a. I think I'm gonna work on getting a mental health specialist on the show. We're definitely gonna get Yolanda on the show.
Mhm.
We already have a hairstylist on the show
Mhm.
to talk about how y'all fucking up y'all hair
Yes,
because
I would love to talk about it.
black people think that you're supposed to wash your hair every single night and you're not.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff we do that actually damages our hair.
So we got the hair, we got the mind, we got the feet. We're gonna get a nail tech on. We're gonna do that too for the ladies, because guys, if you're focused on that part of your nails, not to say that guys shouldn't get manicures. However, I'm gonna
Men
stop
should
right
get
there.
manicures too. Don't y'all get
No, they
hangnails
should
and
they should get manicures.
calluses? Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I'm not a real big proponent of men getting their nails polished, like with colored polish, but
No.
that's just my own personal thing. And I don't want anybody to throw stuff at the screen thinking, Don is a homophobe. I'm not. I love you all, everybody. I'm just not gonna get a color on my nails.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get a nail tech on. We're gonna go through. As a matter of fact, let's just for the month of September, let's just call that self care month, and we're just gonna do a month of self care and how to take care of yourself, both mind and body and soul.
Yes.
Let's get
Yes.
it all together because we're all falling apart and we don't even know it.
Yep.
Um, and when I was falling apart, luckily I found one person, Asian lady, who was like, "I'm gonna tell you when you're full of shit, and I'm gonna tell you what you need to do to to fix it." So
Yeah.
let's do that. Let's definitely do that. But for tonight, we're gonna let y'all go. We kept y'all long enough, and y'all kept us long enough. Damn it! But tune in next week. We're gonna follow up. So tonight was the first night of self care month. Tune in next week. We're gonna talk more about self care, self awareness, and how to just take care of you so that you are not damaging the next relationship that you get in. Because
Mhm.
I've been there, I've done it. Bridget's never done none of that. You know what I'm saying? Bridget don't damage relationships. It's them other motherfuckers. But for me, I fucked up relationships like a motherfucker.
No.
Bridget's perfect. I'm not.
I'm not perfect, but don't start no shit. Won't be no shit.
So tune in next week. We're gonna finish up. Well, not finish up. We're gonna continue self care awareness month. We're naming it this month. We're naming September Self Care Awareness Month. This is our shit. Don't
Mhm.
copy that shit on your damn shows and nothing like that. This is our shit. That's what we're doing. But until
Facts.
then, we'll see y'all next week. It's all
Bye.
love, people. Later.